Hi, welcome back. You are with Gurukul Elite Learning Program, Acharya Gopi ji. Now we have been dealing with how to make academics very easy. So in the previous episode, we were learning about how to shorten the lesson. The lesson which is there for 20 pages, how to compress that into one page using the keywords and important words of the lesson. Now today I am going to talk about mind mapping. Which is very interesting thing. So now I'll explain this with an example. See, for example, you have seen a movie. You watched a movie, some serial, something. So whenever you and your friend and yourself, when you're talking about that movie, you will say about one point and your friend says about another point. So in that movie, you remember certain things, and in common you may remember a few items, and at the same time specifically you remember few things, and another person remembers something. So here we call it as triggering points. The same movie, I might remember that particular scene of hero doing duet with heroine. So that might be one scene what I remember. Similarly, other person may remember hero and villain's fight. So that is the triggering point for you. Similarly, whenever we are reading few things, there are some triggering points like that settle in our mind. They sit. You remember them very easily. Naturally, they sit in your mind. So those triggering points that we tried to place in the previous step with using the keywords and important words. They are the triggering points. Now, what we do is we organize all these triggering points into a structure where you will be able to revise them regularly, so that the content can be driven to the subconscious. So here, whatever you have made within these 2 pages, we must be able to convert that into the mind mapping. So how to make mind maps? It is very, very simple. There are very many varieties of making mind maps. Few people will follow the tree structures, few people will follow these boxes. There are many varieties. If you just browse in Google about just mind maps, you will get so many varieties. So take up any one of those methods that you like hanging branches, these hanging branches method, or you have got rectangular boxes and then you follow the ascendants or descendants, the table method. There are many methods to do this mind mapping technique. So what you do is you take up any one of that. Preferably what you take is you draw this you draw one circle in the center of the page, put the lesson name, and then to that you make so many branches. Say like in the lesson you have got 5 topics. So in the center you have got the lesson name, and then now you give 5 different branches, 5 different connections to that circle, and make each one topic in another circle. Write it there, or you may use the boxes to differentiate from main topic. For main topic you can use the circle. For all for main lesson you can use the circle. For all the topics you may use the boxes there. So you have got different boxes, and then from there you will have the subtopics of that particular topics. Again, connect with another thing and write the subject subtopics names. And in much more details you go on adding the branches to the next level. That is how the entire lesson comes into one page of mind map. This mind map, if you are coming to our Gurukul Elite Learning Program or our retreats, we will teach you a proven method of mind map which is logically connected Z chart structure. That is different. So here you use all these mind mapping techniques to get your entire lesson into one page. So get the lesson into one whole page. Then once you compress, you make the mind maps, now your academics are very, very easy. So far it is so big, so you are finding it difficult. Now since it is there in one page, whenever you require something, you get that main point and you will be able to explain. So here Once you make the short form, then the next thing is, so far you read the content in speed reading, you understood the content. In the next level, you have compressed, you made it into the short form, you converted into the mind maps. Now we are done with 2 steps. So another benefit of making mind maps is you get the entire conceptual understanding of the lesson. Instead of just remembering the question by question, you have the whole lesson in front of your eyes. So with this, you can go further into the subject. See, there are levels of subject. The same topic can be understood in basic level, the same topic can be understood in intermediate level and advanced level. So in the textbook, even though they give in detail to that particular standard, whatever that is required, you have to take chance to go into the much depth of the subject. In case this is where, like, the syllabus differs. You have got CBSE syllabus and ICSE state, all these syllabuses. If you look into the particularly if you look into the ICSE syllabus textbooks, you will have so much content. So much information is given about that particular topic. I was going through 7th standard biology textbook. So much information is given. At one point of time, I too felt that it is too much for the 7th standard child. Of course, those who want to read, for them they are giving it. So you can go into much depth of the particular topic subject. So then, whenever you are thorough with the subject, whenever you have full grip on the subject, you will not have the fear. You know why? Because once you know it fully, you will have the confidence. Whatever the things I know, I will be very confident to talk about it. If I don't know about that particular thing, I will have the fear that I will not be able to do, what will happen. All this will come when you don't know about that particular, when you are not sure about that particular topic. So here we are becoming experts in the topic, subject, the concept. Once you are thorough with this, then you will be able to perform very easily. So here the triggering points of the memory, that is what we are making these main points, sub points, sub points, all these things into the tree charts. We are making all this lesson into short form. That is where it is very easy for us to have a look over the entire lesson. So now you say, like, you have the 15 lessons, all those 15 lessons will come into the 15 pages. Later on, actually, if you have time and if you have got capacity, you can take a big chart and make the entire subject into these mind maps. You have physics, all physics can be converted into these points, the keywords, and you can make a big chart where you will have entire clarity of what that subject is about. So this is one part of the making the subject into memory circuits, where you will be able to revise it on day-to-day basis. So now in the next step, in the first step we read the material, and in the second step we compressed it and we made it into the mind maps, we converted into the mind maps. The third step, we have to drive this mind maps or the read material into subconscious. This is the very, 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 very important step. Of course, we call it as memory, like memory enhancement step. Nowadays, we all know, we read, we read 10th, 12th, we complete our graduations, post graduations. After that, we don't remember much of what we have studied. You know why? Because we didn't put the material into the subconscious. Will you ever forget the first standard rhyme or LKG, UKG rhymes of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, all these things? You will never forget. You know why? Because you have done enough repetition of that. You kept into the subconscious. Even in the sleep, it is available to you. But now, if at all I have to ask you, your 10th standard physics third chapter. Will you be able to say that? I don't think so. You don't even remember the topic name, chapter name. So that is how we made. It is because we didn't drive the information into the subconscious. So now this step is all about storing the information into subconscious. So this, it is very simple. Now you have got all these mind maps. What you need to do is you have to systematically revise these mind maps for 40 days. Like morning, afternoon, evening, 3 times a day, more number of times possible. It is not just 3 times. How much ever is possible for you, you try to revise these charts. You have to look into these charts. The memory, it is very difficult to remember the text, but it is very easy to remember the image. Right? Now we converted the lesson into image format. So we have got these 15 images of our lessons. What you need to do is daily simply have a look at it. More number of times possible, have a look into it. If at all, now I'm asking you, what is there in your bedroom? So now like you will close your eyes and you will be able to remember what is there in your bedroom. Where is the flower vase? Where is that, everything. You know it. Because why? What is the reason for this? Because every day you are looking at them, you are watching them, you are seeing them. So more number of times you will have look onto it, it stores into your memory. Similarly, whatever these images are there that you converted, you made by yourself. See, normally, there are some people, you get all these mind mapping things from internet or somewhere, some books, and then you try to remember this. It is slightly difficult. Here in this particular step, the beauty is you have made your own mind mapping system. Not that somebody else is doing it and then you are trying to remember this. So that is the beauty here. So whatever you made by yourself, every day look at them. Many number of times. As you look into it. See, here you are not doing a great job of reading something. It is just looking, having a look at it. So it is very simple thing, very easy thing. By continuously looking at these mind maps, the lesson stores into your subconscious. Then that will be available to you at any point of time whenever you want. So like this, many number of times you go through these mind maps, and then you will get the memory into you will drive these maps into the subconscious. More number of times you look, more easy it becomes to you. So once you remember, it is very easy further. Now in the next episode, I will be talking about how to improve. Like now what is the subject in short, but then whenever it comes for examination, there are times where you have to write short answer for 1 mark or 2 marks, little long answer for 4 or 5 marks, a very long answer for 8 marks. So that comes under the application of how you will present. So I will be talking about the presentation skills and how to write examinations and all these things in the next step. So use this mind mapping system and revision. So the first step is speed reading. The second step is mind mapping, making into memory circuits. The third step is repetition until you remember everything fully in your mind. Then we will enter into the fourth step in next episode. Thank you.